So I just came back from dropping one of our cousins off at home this morning. And usually in the morning, I like to read my Bible, listen to gospel, or listen to a sermon, or a combination of all three together. And this morning, I just got to thinking of just how I just love my faith so much. And how much it has taught me. Not done for me, like all that God has blessed me with, but everything that He has taught me that you cannot touch or see really. If you see it, it's because you see the difference in my behavior. That's the only way, but you can't really touch it. It's not really tangible, the things that God has taught me and done for me in this Christian faith. And I just got to thinking, like, I'm so grateful. I'm so freaking grateful that God took His time and was patient with me to teach me the things He needed me to know before I approached this tender age that I'm at right now. And it's been so humbling, the experience. It's been humbling. It's been enlightening. And really, it's just been so perfect. The way that my relationship with Him works. Would I have not liked some of the things to happen that I had to go through in order to get to this point? Absolutely. But of course, looking back, I'm like, but those are the things that has grown me exponentially. Like, grown me to the point where I feel like if those things would have never happened, I would have never gotten to this point. And I just want to touch on a couple of things that Christianity has taught me. First and foremost, it has taught me to not think so high and mighty of myself. It has taught me to be so humble and not to think that I am somebody whom other people should not so much like put on a pedestal, but like I'm not exempt from being tested and tried, right, by the other spirit. I'm not exempt from that. And when it happens, I'm not to respond like the world would want me to, with anger, with, I guess, just so much anger. I'm not to respond like that. Christianity has taught me to understand that I am the sinner. I'm the sinner. I'm not the perfect individual that I thought I was. Just because I don't do this and I don't do that, don't mean that I'm a perfect individual or that I'm better than somebody else. Absolutely not. That's not what it means at all. And when I start to look at myself in comparison to Jesus Christ, then I start to understand and get like, okay, I'm a jacked up joker. I'm a messed up human being. And there's no way I can look down my nose at this person or that person and think that I'm better than them. Or there's no way that I could think that I'm so good that nothing bad should ever happen to me, or that my flesh shouldn't be tested at all. Like, I'm too good for my flesh to be tested. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. When I learned how to look at myself, in a sense, through God's eyes, it made me more humble. It made me more humble. It took the freaking veil from my eyes that said that, I deserve this, I deserve that, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that. Like, it took that veil off my eyes for me to be like, who said you were good though? But who said you were good? God didn't say that. So I don't need to be trying to put words in God's mouth, because he didn't say that. He didn't say I was good. So that helped. Christianity has taught me that serving does not make me the weaker vessel. It actually makes me the strongest vessel, because I'm not ashamed to serve. I'm not ashamed to be lowly minded. Now, with that being said, Christianity has gave me a balance with that, because I could have gotten to the point where I thought that lowly mind mean that I don't ever stand up for myself, or I don't ever consider myself, and I don't ever just, include loving on myself the way I love on other people. So Christianity has taught me to find a balance with that. When I love on other people, love on myself too. When the Holy Spirit nudges me to speak up for myself, then I will. If he don't give me the nudge, then I won't. Christianity has taught me to hold my tongue. A lot. And this here, listen, it will never happen. It would have never happened if I did not submit to my faith. I would just be out here running off at the mouth about nonsense, about nothing, sounding crazy, if God hadn't been strategically training me the way to speak, or training me on how to speak, and training me on how to listen more than I speak. It would have never happened if I would have never submitted to my faith. So when I tell y'all, nothing in this moment of my life is more important to me than my faith, and how much or how I can get my faith across to other people. Nothing's more important to me than that. Now, granted, I still make mistakes, and I'm going to. As long as I live, I'm going to make mistakes. God knows this. But my prayer is that I don't make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Like, that's my prayer. Keep me, God, from making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I don't want to keep making those mistakes, right? So that's my prayer. But I am going to mess up. That's inevitable. But just because I know God is gracious and I know he gives us grace, that's not a license to keep messing up. No, I try every single day to make sure that I please God. And every day I probably fail, I'm sure. From my thinking to my speech to my behavior, I'm probably sure I fail a lot of times. But I'm consciously trying. I'm constantly trying to say, God, is this okay with you? God, should I do this? Would Jesus be okay if he came and saw me doing this? Like, this is how my brain is processing things. So I love my faith. I love Christianity, and I love the teachings of Christianity. They're so strong. They're so strong that anybody and everybody who dares to follow these principles, you will never be disappointed. I promise you. You will never be disappointed. It will build in you a person that you don't even recognize. You don't even know. Like, it will build in you a person that the world could never. Your parents could never. Girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife could never. Never. That person. And as far as I'm concerned, that person is priceless. You can't buy her nowhere. You can't buy him nowhere. Priceless. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share that.